Hello, lovely viewers. I will be leaving a link in the comments of a picture of all of the cards and the spread so you can look at it, study it. I used 3 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks, and I pulled some Scrabble letters as well. So you might want to just take a look at the picture first before you tune in to the reading. Totally up to you. So this is the extended full-on reading of a short I posted yesterday. So the big whoop to me with this reading was how. Now, these are not in the spread, but bottom of the deck energy, we have 2 of Cups, which is like pretty much the ultimate love card. And we have the 2 of Coins or 2 of Pentacles, which is the juggling different things. It doesn't have to be 2 things. It could be many things. That coin could represent whatever, and the other coin could represent whatever. So it is likely that there is some sort of love situation being juggled here. I've meditated over this spread, and I took some notes down, and I am overthinking it, so I decided to just, film and go. So here we go. I will begin with the tarot, which part of that is in that short I posted. So it began with this, traditional deck here. We have the High Priestess was the first, okay? So we've got this energy of someone very, very wise. Someone really that just, even if they are fooled, and this is also energy that I feel for this reading. So for you as the viewer, even if you are fooled, you are not afraid to humble yourself. You are strong. So it's like you do not show that you're affected necessarily, maybe to the people that you can trust, people that you don't trust or don't know. You are very wise and conservative, as far as what you reveal about yourself. It's none of their damn business anyway. So for real, High Priestess, I've said this before, I'll say it again, is one of my favorite cards. Because High Priestess is, good. High Priestess is smart. High Priestess is strong-willed. She's just remember, gender is not, it doesn't matter the gender unless I, specify whatever. But a High Priestess is just a bad boss, but knows their place, just very wise. So I really love this energy and this, honestly, just the High Priestess card, what it stands for has really helped me shaping, changes for myself of who I want to be, because being a nice, sensitive, caring empath, I just love to always think the best of people, and I always will kind of strive for that, but I'm way more mindful of who and what I share. So maybe that's, also a warning for you too, because, well, there's more to go in for this reading, and then we have the 3 of Staffs here in reverse, or Wands. 3 of Wands, Staffs, same thing, just like Coins, Pentacles, same thing. So we have a situation here, the High Priestess, which is your energy, have a situation here where it's like, it's not going right. Things are happening that are not going right. So very well in your love life, okay? Now, I know that is super, super general. Now, this is a general reading. I try to be as specific as I can. Remember, tarot is first and foremost for entertainment. I like to think of it as entertainment and critical thinking, just to kind of help, like this is going to reflect basically what's going on in your life right now, and you get to decide where you go from here. So, and it's like, whatever this thing is, it's like you're kind of, the grip is not solid, either on your part, the other party's parts, or both, usually, even with external forces, there's usually, I almost want to say always, because really, like, there's always something to do with thyself, even if you're not intending anything, or even if you're not being malice or anything, but there is a role you're playing in every situation that you become in. Okay. So with that being said, with the second deck, the Judgment card, the Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. And then the third tarot deck, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords in the reverse, which to me, it was the last card of this deck. And so to me, it's like kind of the highlight of, part of this reading. And yeah, this deck, whatever. Okay. Then we've got the Page of Wands, and we have, again, the Hanged Man. So we've got the Hanged Man twice, which really tells me that you've been patiently waiting for something to change and get better. Or maybe if it's, the love situation, the person, I don't know if it's your person, maybe you've got a stalker hanging around, or just someone that has been hanging around, waiting, trying to kind of control the situation. That's just what I'm interpreting from the spread. And yeah, so, I feel like, okay, so this entire spread with these three decks, I feel like it is advising you to use your judgment. The Hierophant and the Judgment card and the Hanged Man, like for your energy, and the Nine of Wands, and just all of these, like, is about being your authentic self and tuning into your morals, and don't make rash decisions. I don't care how much someone is trying to say, like, oh, but we belong together. Oh, this is what you need to do. No, only you, need to decide that. Yes, people can support and give advice, but you have the ultimate power and control over your life and your situations. So I just feel that energy is super strong with all this. It's about work that you have invested in yourself, in others, in career. Yes, I think love is a huge part of this reading, but I think that there are other aspects as well. Changes, change is just kind of a endless thing, even if it's a minuscule change. Like the two of coins card, juggling, like we're constantly kind of juggling and throughout life. And we don't want it to get too chaotic. We want a healthy, nice balance of everything. Okay. So, I mean, that's just kind of an ultimate goal. And I could stress that with all of my readings, but okay. So with this 9 of Swords here, as I said, that's kind of a highlight here. Whatever pain that you have endured with this situation, with this person, with this people, it is coming to a close, to an end. You hanged around enough. They've hanged around enough. The situation has been hanging around enough. It is time. It is time to use judgment. Your work here. See the 6 of Swords here. We have you. Basically, you are walking away from the painful or the ridiculous situation. You're ready to put that bullshit to rest. You are ready to move on, or even if it's not bullshit, because situations happen. And even if it's something that appears to be awful, even if it hurts you, it's like, hey, okay, let me put this to rest. Let me cope. Let me grieve. Let me just do what I need to do, because you know what? I'm a high priestess, and nothing can keep me down. I'm talking about you. Nothing can keep you down for long. You have powerful high energy, very, great person, believing in yourself, moral values. You're very, very patient. And, with patience, we like everything, a balance. I've been overly freaking patient, and oh gosh, that's something I'm definitely still working on, and it's great. So, yeah. So we've just, you've got such powerful energy, honestly. But yes, so, and just like a hard worker, you invest, but, you've kind of been held back a little bit here by this situation. So again, we've got Page of Wands here, which, we've got kind of some, young, immature energy, or like with the Page of Wands. So it can be a happy-go-lucky type of movement, but see, it's in reverse. So it's like, it's holding you back from making the next step. Also here with the Hanged Man. So whatever external forces or whatever has been around you has kind of held you back a little bit. So you want to kind of, don't doubt your ideas, because some of them have just been kind of held back, or maybe viewed as not a priority, or not good, or not very important. But that's bullshit. You know how we learned in school, there are no stupid questions. There are no stupid questions. There are no stupid questions. Are there stupid answers, though? Well, I don't really know. I don't know. I just asked myself I just asked myself not a stupid question. I feel like that's kind of a popular thing, though. Like, there are like no stupid questions, only answers or something. I don't know. I might be making that up unintentionally in my mind. Okay. Got me some delicious iced coffee here. Okay. So that's the tarot here. That is the tarot. I'm going to kind of shove it to the side because I want to focus a little on the oracle card. But yeah, since we've got those, the two cards, cups and coins, makes me definitely think love is, also a highlight of this reading. And it could be if you are in a solo situation and you're not even looking for love, then this is about loving yourself. Um, and just balancing everything that, love and love and life, everything, family, friends. So yeah, like your social lives and stuff. You, if you don't love yourself and, become your best like version of yourself, and believe in yourself, it's just going to be difficult to, well, first of all, be happy and functioning, I mean, it can be done, like there are people that have bitterness in their hearts and they go to work every day. Maybe they're mean to people, or maybe they just don't talk to people and do whatever. And, uh, there's something underneath that. If that resonates with you, then, then maybe take some of this into light, into thought, and think like to yourself, why am I so, like why do I do what I do, and what is this what I want to do? If that's what you want to do, then by all means keep it up, keep going. If you're setting it, if you are good with it, content, that's fine. I mean, of course it's your choice, but you don't ever ever have to stay stuck. That's why it's like people, I believe in venting, because it purges some, nasty feelings, and then you can just move on with your day. But people who stay stuck in it, like, again, balance. Like, yes, let's acknowledge what's going on, of course. And then let's acknowledge, okay, now what am I going to do? What are you going to do as far as a resolution? Even if it's at first step. And I'm looking at this card right now that is in reverse. This is the Oracle card. It's in reverse, one step at a time. So see, the way that I'm interpreting, I was debating if I wanted, to accept reversals or not for the Oracle, but I decided at the last moment that I will accept it, because I feel like the ones that came out in reverse are the ones that you need to focus on a little bit more. It's where you're kind of lacking. So you're lacking and it makes sense, because the one step at a time with the Two of Pentacles, it's like the balance, you're not balancing your situation appropriately. You're maybe rushing it or trying to get too much done. Oh, crud. Pardon me. A couple cards fell on the floor, and I'm trying not to lose my cards while I'm finally building my collection. Okay. So as I was saying, but yes, so we've got attention in the reverse. We've got, so see that with attention being in reverse also, it's like, whatever the situation is, your attention is lacking for some reason. And now love, this is so cheesy. That's the Spice Girls saying, love is blind as far as the eye can see. Which song was that? Was that the To Become? I don't know. Anyways, love is blind. It can be blind until you, or unless you have a very nicely structured, healthy self-concept, which means how you describe yourself, how you believe yourself, or how you describe yourself, basically. That's, your concept of yourself. Who are you? What do so, oh gosh, I just like totally lost my train of thought for a second, what I said before that. But I was saying how, yeah, love is blind. And it's like I said, unless you've got a strong self-concept. And I'm gonna just say it, I think that's a huge issue with people that are struggling. Their self-concept isn't healthy, whether it's too low or too high. Okay. like we should have a high self-concept, but uh not in a way of like corruption. Like, I will say there are certain types of people, or that may be in certain positions of power, who take advantage and have this ego, unhealthy high self-concept. But then you might have somebody that takes their position in life very seriously. They are kind, they are humble, they get their work done. They think very highly of themselves, they believe in themselves, but they're not, uh there isn't corruption there. I'm going to stop rambling on that, but some of that may resonate with you, or have to do with your situation. The other one that is in reverse here for these oracle cards is faith. So attention and faith just kind of lacking, but it's there. So maybe usually you are the type that prioritizes and balances good, taking one step at a time and paying attention, and you've got faith because maybe typically you do have a great self-concept, um or you just are in a place where you need to stop and take a better look at whatever is going on and at yourself. So then we've also got being true. We always want to be true to ourselves. I mean, that's just something to me that is so important. Being true to yourself. The card says, I am true to myself and to others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am and reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. I love that. Like, that's really awesome. Yeah. So, and being true is in the middle of these 5 oracle cards, which if you look at the picture, you'll see the spread. But so it's kind of like that's the center, right? Being true to yourself. You can't go wrong if you're true to yourself and others. You just can't go wrong. Even if someone says something at you to make you feel like you're going wrong, that's just how do I want to word this? It's kind of like, I guess, a test. It's also it's a reflection on maybe old beliefs that are still lurking within, like, your subconscious. So you have to really train your brain to tell yourself, okay, so this person told me I'm worthless. You have got to be. I used to tell the kids that I used to work with at the mental health center. And this was before I got into like depth into spiritual studies and scientific is that? Oh, okay. Scientific studies. Gosh. But yeah, I would tell them, be the boss of your own brain. So it was like, I knew somehow, my intuition knew that, like, yeah, our brains can have these malfunctions and but there's a higher power. Take that how it resonates, because we all have our own beliefs, and this is, my belief. But yeah, so if someone says to you, like, this is just an example, you're worthless, or, what you're doing is wrong, don't just doubt yourself. And because then, you know what, you're going to continue that pattern, and then you'll possibly, end up just spiraling down, and the pattern will either, that'll kind of maybe go up and down, or it'll stay stagnant or plummet. And it's not a pretty place to park or be in and stay in. Okay. So, I don't remember if I showed this, the path to light. So with these oracle cards here with, you know, it's just really, really zoning in on, you know, checking yourself, being true to yourself and to others, be genuine, authentic, don't settle. Okay, then the next oracle deck, we've got Cross of Faith in reverse. We've got Pathway Beyond in reverse. We've got Rising Above and Illuminated Vision. So again, with the ones in reverse here, the Cross of Faith. So again, we've got another faith in the reverse, right? It says balance effort with trust and intention with surrender. I make my dreams real. See, again, we don't want to listen to some bullshit. Sometimes you just gotta freaking like hide your eyes and don't pay attention to bullshit, because you know deep down, if you do the inner work. If you don't do the inner work, if you're a surface type person, this is just, it's not going to be for you. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because you very well may be in a content or even better type of place within yourself. Okay, so that's totally cool. What works for you, and you know that. Your intuition does know that. You just don't have to, or you don't feel the need to tap in. Because some people, they do it automatically because they already know, like, they're, you know what I'm saying? So even if you are like that, this still will resonate because you know you are like that. The High Priestess energy and balance and all this, you know what I'm saying? But for forever, who this is for, you know, right now it's a struggle, the struggle juggle right now with balance and everything. And, you know, like your faith being kind of tested, and you kind of questioning your faith, I think, as well. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about like your belief in your decisions, your belief in yourself and what you're capable of, yada, 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 yada. And how we have the pathway beyond in reverse, and the path of light is here too, which is not in reverse, but pathway beyond, release what no longer serves you and step into the unknown. I am open to new things. So see, this is in the reverse because you have been in some sort of stagnant situation, stagnant energy or energies. It could be multiple situations. You know what you're stuck in. You know. And if you don't know, well, you need to probably focus on being true to yourself and others and figure that shit out. And I say that with genuine care for people out there that may not even check themselves. They might be, you know, like people, whether it's you know, whether you do this or you know people who do this, but just go day to day. You don't even consider who you may have hurt. You know what I'm saying? I could go into a tangent on that right now, but I'm not gonna. I'll just say, humble thyself. And I'm gonna just leave that there because I could make my own or a whole video about that. I might take a note of that, actually. Yeah, I think I already said I took some notes for this reading. But yeah, I'm jotting that down as a note because I think that's something that is important. Excuse me. Okay, so it's not just about humbling, but it's, you know, about, like I said, you know, considering others. Don't be so self-centered. be self-centered, but do it for the right reasons and the healthy reasons. Okay. So I'm looking at my notes about this reading. So I think basically all I really need to add after everything I've already said is, so I wrote lessons, educating self, a lot of that has to do with the Judgment and really all of these cards that came out, the Hierophant and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man can be really a good energy, because just like the Hermit, we can, kind of hang out and seclude ourselves because we're working on maybe a project. That project might be yourself. And that can be the most lovely of all things. Okay. And what else did I write? You've put in a lot of work, effort, and time and patience. With the Six of Swords, you're walking away. You've thought about it, or you probably should think about it. But I mean, I feel, some of you are probably stuck on what to do. But yeah, I mean, whatever it is, and with people that are dealing with multiple situations, use the balance and decide, okay, what do I want to maybe keep the same, and what do I maybe want to change? Jot your own notes down. Brainstorm for your own brain. Be the boss of your own brain. Okay. So but yeah, so like these two these oracle, the faith and the path of light, and the cross of faith and the pathway beyond. I mean, the fact that we got, like, I don't know how well you can see those, but we've got the theme. It's here. It's in this spread, and like I said, this is for an entertainment purpose, for you to think. You have the final say. You make the choice. These tarot cards is going to be a reflection of your current situation, your energy, and others around you. And it could spark thoughts for you to ponder on, to influence the decision. And I would hope that goal is to make the decisions best for you. Now, we make decisions and sometimes it doesn't turn out how we plan it, but I like to believe, in fact, no, I do believe that that's just going to lead to another door, another chapter. So you don't ever have to feel stuck. Okay. And then, we have the rising above and illuminated vision, which is beautiful to end this reading. Rising above, unfold your vision from murky depths to clarity with grace. I bloom from within. I love that. That's beautiful. I just love that. With the water pouring on it just looks so magical. And then the illuminated vision. Imagine your dreams infused with divine light, unfolding with grace. I reach my full potential. Some of you, I really feel like you're not even sure what you want. And of course, the spread, all the card spreads indicate that. But, again, being true to yourself, but also it doesn't have to be that deep. Sometimes we just don't know exactly what we want, and that's completely okay. There are gajillions of choices and opportunities out there. In my opinion, nobody should ever settle for anything or anyone. And I really feel like, you want to be in a place where you, where you are in tune with your intuition, Intuition doesn't lie. I really don't think it does. So I reached my full potential. Imagine yeah, it could, it could be as simple as just taking that one step at a time, because remember that was the oracle card that came out, and just deciding what it is that you want. It's and guess what? You know what do they say? Or no decision is a decision. Maybe you don't have to make a decision right now. Depending on the situation or situations. And like I said before, maybe some things might stay the same. Maybe some things you would prefer to change. Just remember your power, and remember to not doubt yourself. If you know your intentions, and if we are the boss of our own brains, and if we are capable of goodness, which we all are. I mean, I seriously believe every human being is capable of goodness, but there are, if grown or, raised with more moral teachings, because otherwise, they don't know better. But, okay, I don't want to, I'm going kind of off trail again with some of my strong beliefs that I have. So, but yeah, imagine your dreams, reach that full potential, whatever this is. Okay. Don't let anything or anyone hold you back. You first, because if you're not happy, ain't no one gonna actually be happy. It might be a surface happy, a fake happy. And if that makes you happy, then like I said before, you do what you're doing. Okay, now finally we've got Scrabble letters. I like this part. Okay, so we have got, let's see here. All right, let me see if that's, there we go. So we've got U, B, C, O, A, O, I, V, D, L, D, M. Okay, so it's kind of funny I was unscrambling some things and I thought BC, I thought before Christ. I thought, dang, this problem's been going on way too long. And what was the other one? There was something else, and now I can't even remember what it was, but something else indicating, I think, that this has been going on for some time. Maybe someone be sliding into them DMs. I don't know. Maybe you're sliding into someone's DMs or you want to. Let's see though. Some names here. I didn't really see many names. Vic. I don't know. We got dim. The energy might, some things have been a bit dim. Just because some cards be in reverse, and people might be treating you a little bit like that, and you're not. You're a shining light, pathway to light. Do the darn thing. Do the, you need action. We want some action. The hanged man, sometimes, well, not sometimes, but there always is a time where, it's been stagnant. It's hung around long enough. It's time to make a move. Like in chess. But I don't know how to play chess, but I hope to learn. I want to learn someday. It's on the list. Well, my mental bucket list. Okay. Do we have, we don't have love. We almost do. We just don't have an E. But we do have love. If we had another L, we'd have bull. Bullshit. Okay. I just saw dumb. So some of this is dumb, or some, maybe you're feeling dumb because of external factors, putting that in your head. Factors means, people, places, things, circumstances. Let me know in the comments what you might see. And, if any of the letters or, any unscrambled words might resonate with you. La, maybe some of you are singers. La, 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 la. What was, ooh la la. Maybe some of you are, the word smitten came to my mind. Well, ooh la la, like, bud. Maybe some of this has to do with, bud as in, well, so green, or like a buddy, a friend that could, be part of this situation. It could be a supportive person, or maybe it's just, or it could be someone that is not in the best interest for you right now, or to focus on your true friends. Put your energy into your true friends. People that, are genuinely there for you and literally actually care about your best interest because they care about you, and they'd be willing to take the shirt off their back, not literally, metaphorically, because they care about you. They meaning they will invest time in you. If someone doesn't invest their time, like, they're not worth it. I understand we have lives and we're busy, but you can always take the moment to let someone know, hey, you're on my mind. How are you? And we prioritize who we prioritize. And, again, balance. And I think I'm going to end this reading here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that this gave you some entertainment and enlightenment. And get that critical thinking on. Use that brain. Be the boss of that brain, because guess what? You a boss. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.